It's your favorite hood healer. It's your favorite hood high priestess. It's your favorite motivational dominatrix. It's your favorite auntie, captain, goddess, king in the place to be. And I want to welcome you back to my channel. You could be anywhere in the world. As a matter of fact, you are somewhere in the world. And you're also sharing a little bit of time and a little bit of space with me. So thank you for that. You know the drill. If you like what I'm doing, if you like what you see, if you are feeling this, and if you are feeling me, make sure you hit the like button, do the subscribing, do all of the notification bell things, share it, do everything you need to do, baby. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. It's your favorite auntie, Captain Goddess Speech in the place to be. And it's Sunday. You know what I mean? You know what that means. It is time for the Sunday service soul food spiritual tea session, honey. Today we are beginning at 12:12. Actually, we're beginning a little bit later than 12:12 because technical difficulties. Mercury is seeking financial aid. Mercury with the micro braids. Mercury drinking Gatorade. Mercury sometimes coming with the haterade. Mercury in retrograde, baby. So I just went with the flow. That's all we're gonna do. On Mercury in retrograde, we just surrender. I want to also let you guys know too. This is one of my sleeping dresses, and no, it's not dirty. I sometimes clean in my sleeping dresses, so this is a little bit of that the bleach residue. Okay, so yeah, your favorite auntie, captain, goddess, king, is very clean. All right, so this isn't dirt or dust. It's the bleach from when I'm cleaning my house. All right. Hello, you beautiful people. It is good to see you. It is time for the weekly reading so we can start our weeks off right. So you know what you need to do. Go ahead and put me in your earbuds. Put your earbuds in, stick me in the corner, put me in the Bluetooth, get in the car and take a drive because we have got us a session today. I see so many OGs in the building. If you are an OG, if you've seen at least 3 or 4 of my videos, go ahead and put your little excuse me, a little butterfly in the comments, just like so many of the OGs are doing. Let me quench my thirst, okay? Let me wet my whistle. Let me put a little liquid on my vocal cords. I didn't get dressed for you this morning because I'm recovering. Today, this has been a real good weekend of sensuality and spirituality and celebration. So I took my time this morning. But you know I got y'all back. So if you are OG, put a little mermaid in the comments. Put a little butterfly in the comments. Put a fairy in the comments. If you are new here, put a black heart in the comments or put a caterpillar in the comments, okay? It is good to see all of you people. Let me turn on my live chat so I can interact with y'all. Hello. All right, let's get into it. Now, you OGs already know how this happens, what goes down, but you new folks, let me go ahead and explain to you how these Sunday service, soul food, spiritual tea sessions go with me, okay? So this is a reading. This is a reading that's going to help you start your week off right. So I'm going to introduce you to the elements of this reading, okay? First and foremost, we've got my affirmation box. This is quite literally what it sounds like. It's a box of affirmation. And so I'm going to pull at random from this here box, and the universe is going to instruct us as far as what we're going to say. We use our language a lot. We've been trained to use our language to speak ill of ourselves and others quite often. So I like to do the affirmations so that we can use our words to speak well of ourselves, okay? And to pour some goodness into ourselves. Next up, we've got some crystals, my rock friends. Now, I'm always surrounded by at least 10,000 spirits, ancestors, Orisha, Loa. You know what I'm saying? I'm never out here by myself. But when I do these readings for you, I like to bring my rock friends. So first and foremost, we've got some Ulexite. This is really good for seeing portals and things. Yes, this is my portal stone. I love this stone. This is some black amethyst, not to be confused with regular amethyst or chevron amethyst or pink amethyst, darling. So this is that Yeah, the black amethyst. We have got golden healer quartz, one of my very favorite stones. We also have some jade. This jade has been with me for a while. This used to be a stone that belonged to a friend of mine who I do exorcisms with, and then she gave it to me, so I appreciate it. The girls are in the building. So first off, we've got my obsidian skull in the place to be. And we also have got my hematite crystal quartz skull in the place to be. So we've got some crystals, and last but not least, this is a divination, so let me introduce you to the cards, darling. We are going to be using the, what is this called again? Let me look at the box. The Sacred Rebels deck. So we're going to be using the Sacred Rebels deck. I introduced you guys to this deck last week. We're going to be using a crowd favorite, a tried and true, the Goddess Oracle deck. We are also going to be using the Carolyn Myss deck today. And lastly, we are going to be using the Steampunk Tarot deck today. So that's that. If you are in this reading in the beginning, you're right on time. If you end up coming to this reading in the middle, you're right on time. If you catch it at the end, you're right on time. Whenever you are encountering this, you're right on time. If you're seeing this live, you're right on time. If you're seeing this recorded, you're right on time. Whenever you see this is when you're supposed to see this. And last but not least, I'm going to take you to church today. So if this information hits hard with you, if you benefit from my content, if you benefit from the things that I give to you, feel free to show your financial appreciation. The Cash App is LadySpeech. The Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa, and the PayPal is ladyspeechsankofa@gmail.com. I'll remind you of all that periodically. I want you to also know that all of these decks are going to be listed in the description box when I post this video if you are interested in getting any of these decks. Okay, y'all. Tuck me in the corner. Do what you got to do. Turn me up in your speakers. Get settled in because it's time. It's time for your Sunday service. Soul food, spiritual, spilling the tea session with LadySpeech. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. All right, my darlings. We are going to begin with the Steampunk Tarot deck, okay? So first and foremost, we begin with the Four of Cups. Alrighty then. Let's take a look at this guy. Let's take a look at this dude. Let's take a look at what's going on in this here picture. This man, the main character, you can see him. He's sitting in some type of office. He looks a little bit pissed off. He's not looking like he's happy to be here. There's some chalices that are sitting on the desk with some books, and he's just staring into the ether. He's staring at the chalices, but you know when you're looking through something, he's staring into the ether. He's still staring into, the cosmos, and he is obviously dissatisfied. He is obviously not happy. The Four of Cups comes to us when we are in a point in life where we're not happy where we're at. You might not be happy with your love life. You might not be happy with your job. You might not be happy with the people who are surrounding you. You might not be happy with a particular aspect of your situation. But here's the thing. The Four of Cups reminds us that there are things in our lives that we have control over. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let you know, yes, systematic racism exists. Systematic homophobia exists. Systematic xenophobia exists. Systematic sexism exists. Systematic misogyny exists. So there are systems, there are people in place to put things in place to keep people down, all right? However, there are parts of all of our lives that we have control over. There's choices that we can make. And if we find ourselves dissatisfied with a portion of our life that we have control over, it is time for you to stop staring at it and complaining about it. It is time for you to get up and do something about it, okay? There is something to be said for holding space for your emotions. There's something to be said for holding space for your disdain. There's something to be said for letting yourself feel the emotions. That's good, all right? Feel your emotions. Don't run from them. And especially the shadow aspects of your emotions. Don't run from them. Feel them. Process them. But at some point, you're going to have to get up and do something. You're going to have to move. You're going to have to do something about your situation, okay? If we take a really good look at this card, we have the skull in the background. So this is this foreboding energy. If he waits too long, he will die in the situation that he is in, okay? If he waits too long, if he stagnates too long, if he wallows in his disdain and complaints too long, life will quite literally pass him by, all right? The fourth cup means stand up. It is time to stand up and make some decisions. It is time to move forward on some things, okay? Is it time to move? Is it time to get to the next place in your career? And honey, let me tell you, I'm feeling this card hardcore, all right? I am in the middle of a transition. Actually, I'm not in the middle of a transition. I'm right on the cusp of a transition. And there's part of me that's like hesitating about jumping into this next level and phase of my life. But baby, there is nothing waiting for me in the back of me. Everything that is for me is in front of me, and there's only one move to make, and that's forward. I need you to move forward. I need you to move forward. I need you to move forward. I need you to get up. I need you to stand up, all right? If you don't like your love life, I need you to do something about it. Some of y'all are sitting in these stupid-ass relationships not being fulfilled. Why? Why force way? Why force way? What force way? If you know that your partner is not the partner for you, get the hell out. Start making arrangements. If you know your job is treating you like crap and you've got a skill set that can be marketed somewhere else, go get you another job, all right? If there is a part of your life you don't like, baby, you need to do something about it, okay? Again, there are systematic things in place that keep us down, but barring some of those stuff, the ways that you can control yourself, the ways that you can influence your life, you better get up and do it, baby. You better get up and do it. Sometimes the problem is you, and sometimes the spirits and the creator makes your world uncomfortable because it's time for you to make a different decision, okay? Make a different decision in this bitch and do something about your shit, all right? Now, we come next to the 8 of the major arcana. We're still in the Osho, not the Osho Zen. I use that all the time. This is the Steampunk Tarot deck. We're still in the Steampunk Tarot deck. And we've got the 8 from the Major Arcana set. And this is the Strength card. Now, one thing about strength, it takes a lot of strength to destroy things. But you know what takes more strength? Healing things. Repairing things. The Strength card today is telling us to do the hard thing, but in a different way. Do you know what it takes a lot of strength to do? Confronting your shadow, looking where you are problematic and fixing it, going into the depths of your pain, going into the depths of your trauma and healing it, looking at your triggers, looking at the things that produced your triggers and healing it. The Strength card reminds us that, like, there are lots of different types of strength, okay? It's not just brute force. It's not just wrestling with wild animals. There is quiet strength, okay? There is silent strength, all right? There is soft strength, okay? When we take a really good look at this card, we can really, in the end, like, yep, they're two different beings, but this lion represents the inner aspects of this individual right here, okay? And this lion is in a hurt position. And this lion needs his paw. He needs that wound fixed, okay? Now, when this person goes to fix their wound, is it a possibility that the fixing of the wound will hurt just as much as getting the wound? Yep. Will there be pain? Yes. Is the healing process a smooth sailing process a lot? No. No. Listen, the last video I just posted was about the fact that healing is hard, staying wounded is harder. I'm 6 days out from my birthday now, and I'm in a lot of reflection. And I'll tell you this, acting out in my woundedness, there was a level of strength that I felt there when I was acting out in my woundedness. But in the end, what it has taken and what I have found is that it has been a lot harder to heal my work than to just sit in it, okay? Healing is hard. Healing is hard. Healing is hard. Staying wounded is harder. What is repairing your pain, repairing your trauma is hard. Shout out to, who was this? Someone gave me a little super chat. Thank you for that, Veronica. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is also another way that you guys can contribute as well. You guys can put in some money on the super chat. You can also hit my Cash App, which is LadySpeech, my Venmo, which is LadySpeech Sankofa, and my PayPal, which is LadySpeechSankofa@gmail.com. All right. So this really speaks about the fact that it takes a lot of strength to repair the inner work. Listen, nobody's okay. Nobody's okay. Nobody's okay. That includes you. We are living through a pandemic, babe. We are living through a pandemic. We have lived through a pandemic. We're coming up almost on 2 years of living in this pandemic, and we're not done. We saw a lot of death last year, and guess what? We're seeing a lot of death this year. This pandemic has shifted our society in significant ways, and we haven't even caught up to the ways that we've been shifted because we're still dealing with a lot of the devastation, okay? Even if you have not personally lost anyone due to COVID, you have lost something. The way we work, the way we party, everything is just different now, all right? Nobody's okay. Even if you were kind of okay going into, actually nobody was really okay going into this. The way we look at, the way we work as a society, the way we install fear into each other, the way migrant workers are treated, the way immigrant people are treated, the way black people are treated, like, we're not okay. We're not okay. We're not okay. It takes a great deal of strength to look at yourself and admit that. It takes a great deal of strength to look at where you've been traumatized, where you've been brutalized. It takes a great deal of strength to look at that and then begin to dissect it and take it apart in the name of your wellness, in the name of your healing, okay? So the strength card reminds us that there is a soft strength, okay? There is a soft strength that is valuable. There's a strength that's valuable, to you. Oh my God, thank you, Nickel Bread, for the super chat. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, a lot of y'all out here thinking you're weak. And you're not weak. You're not. It takes a lot of strength to go to therapy. It takes a lot of strength to look at where you're messed up. It takes a lot of strength to admit your faults. It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of strength. Put some respect on your own name. Put some respect on your own name. Acknowledge where you are strong. Acknowledge where you are strong. All right, y'all, that's that for that. Let's get into these affirmations. I want you to repeat after me. Life is beautiful and rewarding. Repeat after me. Life is beautiful and rewarding. 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 All right, let's do another affirmation. This affirmation is for those folks who identify as Black. If you are not Black, then do not say this affirmation. Ooh, excuse me. I want you to just hold space for other Black people while we say this affirmation. The thing about affirming ourselves is it's a beautiful thing to affirm yourself, and you want to do that as much as possible. Also, you want to be the type of person who other people can affirm themselves around, okay? And you can uplift them, all right? Someone affirming themselves, someone loving on themselves has nothing to do with you, but seeing someone, being in the presence of someone loving themselves can definitely benefit you as well. So if you are Black, if you are Latinx, if you are Blasian, if you are Black from America, African American, if you are African, if you identify as Black, this is for y'all. So repeat after me. I am unapologetically Black. 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 One of the most revolutionary things that I can do as a marginalized being, first off, I'm Black. Secondly, I'm gender fluid. Thirdly, I am femme presenting, okay? I was born with a vagina. I practice an alternative spirituality out loud. I'm very free out loud and very upfront with who I am out loud, which makes me a target at every single level. One of the most revolutionary things that I can do is be unapologetically me in every single aspect, okay? This pisses off the racists. It pisses off the sexist. It pisses off everybody. It pisses off the homophobes. I don't care. It enables me to live at my best space, you know. I know some of y'all, some of the people out there don't like this black skin. I love it. I know there's people out there who do not like my feminine body. I love it. I know there's people out there who hate me because I'm fat. I love it. And the best thing that I can do, the most revolutionary thing that I can do is be unapologetically fat, unapologetically black, unapologetically queer, unapologetically every single part of I am. Be you, baby. Be you, and don't apologize for none of it. Thank you, Moon Pumpkin, for the super chat. It's like a Christmas present, because it's my birthday coming up. Because it's my birthday coming up. Labor season, it's my birthday coming up. It's my birthday coming up. Labor season. All right, y'all, let's get all the way up. Thank you for the $5, baby. I appreciate you. I do. All right, y'all. Let's keep going into this reading. We're going to get into, what is this deck called? The Sacred Rebels deck, okay? Speaking of softness, baby. Speaking of actually, let me check in with these comments. First. Mama Bear said, authenticity is the sexiest thing you can wear. Hell yes, it is. Hell yes, it is. Being genuine and true. Brianna, thank you for the $5, baby. Let me see. Someone said, watch that video and cried. Like you said, healing is always hard. I've been in a car accident that caused because of being weary and tired. The trauma is getting better, but I still get triggered. Yes, it's hard. First and foremost, I'm sending you so much energy, so much healing energy as you're recovering from your accident. I hope you continue to walk in good health, be in good health. What I said might have just been ableist right now, so I apologize for that. I hope that you are in good health, okay? And that you are growing in good health, all right? Let me see. Someone said happy pre-birthday. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Someone said, already feeling this reading. My heart chakra is tight right now. I heard that, baby. Let's keep going. All right. In the interest of softness, look, here's the theme. Here's the theme for the week, okay? If you don't hear nothing else about this reading, hear this. Be gentle with yourself. Do you understand me? Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Show yourself some grace and show yourself some mercy. Show yourself some grace and show yourself some mercy, okay? We have softly, the tender touch. Some of you treat yourself like crap. You treat yourself with a very hard hand because you've been taught to do this. And you need to start your process of unlearning this. I don't know what it is that you have to do to hammer this home. And hammer is the wrong analogy when we're talking about softness. I don't know what you need to do to seep this in you. But this week, the theme is soft. The theme is grace. The theme is gentle. You know how we tell babies when they're dealing with other babies or when they're dealing with a cat or a dog, gentle, gentle. I want you to say that to yourself. When you find yourself speaking harshly to yourself, gentle, gentle. Due to colonialism, we've learned to be brutal with ourselves. Most indigenous cultures, there is a harshness that is associated with it because life. But for most of us, our indigenous cultures do a lot of soft parenting. I see this gentle parenting approach that's been is being popularized right now. And I'm actually a big fan of gentle parenting. But the thing that is crazy about gentle parenting is actually indigenous parenting. It's indigenous parenting. Before the colonizers showed up to our lands, we weren't beating our children. Most of us did not have those types of corporal punishment ways of dealing with our kids. Gentle parenting is literally what we all came from, what our ancestors came from before they were disrupted. And we need to return to that. Most of us are harsh with other people because we are so fucking hard on ourselves. Stop. Learn to be gentle with yourself. This is a call. I want you to practice soft touch with yourself. I want you to soften your words when you speak to yourself. This does not mean not holding yourself accountable, but self-accountability doesn't need to be harsh. Self-accountability doesn't need to be brutal. You can hold yourself and other people accountable without tormenting and brutalizing someone. And we have to get back into that. We have to get back into that. Softly, softly, tender touch. Be tender with yourself. Be tender with yourself. Be tender with yourself. I grew up with all of the abuses: sexual, mental, emotional, spiritual, all of the abuses, intellectual, all of the abuses. So I have learned harshness. Um, right now, I have 2 bruises on my body. And these bruises on my body come directly from me not being aware of my body and treating my body harsh. To this day, I have to work on treating my body with gentleness, because in my formative years, my body was not handled with gentleness at all. So I learned over the years not to handle my body with gentleness. This means I fucking run into everything. Like, if I'm not mindful, I run into things and I shoulder check myself. I'm always like not paying attention to where my body is and in regards in relation to the space that I have around me and the things. And I'm always damaging it in a lot of, I don't do this as much. I still do it though. Gentle. A lot of us have been trained due to our abuse not to be gentle with ourselves. A lot of us have been trained due to the messed up things that we have dealt with not to be gentle with ourselves. And we need to unlearn that. We need to unlearn that. Be soft with yourself as we're healing. Also, again, a lot of us are in the middle of stagnated grieving processes. So be gentle with yourself. If you messed up, you messed up. This weekend I messed up. I dropped the ball, or not this weekend, at the end of last week, I messed up. I dropped the ball on something and I almost took myself out of a situation where I was an integral part of it. I just stood in it. I admitted it. I sat in it and was like, you messed up. You miscalculated the time. Your mental health in regards to like you're forgetting things, you're losing things. And you messed up. Like you just messed up. I stood in it. I admitted to it. I apologized. Spirit ended up making a way for me. But in messing up, I didn't beat myself up. I acknowledged why I messed up. I acknowledged the things that were leading up to me messing up. I looked at myself and created a plan so that I can address these things that caused me to mess up. I apologized to the people that were affected, and I showed myself grace and mercy. And you know what they did? They showed me grace and mercy back. And you know what was the worst that happened? People were just like, you're human, Speech. You're human. We don't expect perfection from you. So thank you. And I was able to move forward without damaging myself. But I also, because of that grace and gentleness, I did hold myself accountable. And there was some shit I needed to tighten up. I needed to tighten up. And that's simply all it was. I just needed to tighten up. I have a lot going on right now. I'm in the midst of a huge transition in my life. Everything is shifting. Everything is different now. And it's a good thing. None of it is bad. Change has traditionally been hard for me because change was always traumatic for me growing up. So even though this is a good transition, I'm still managing my trauma responses. You know what I'm saying? So just be gentle with yourself. It is possible for you to correct your behavior without beating yourself up. It is possible to correct the behavior of children and people around you without beating yourself up. Now, I'm not going to say it because you know your favorite auntie Captain Goddess Speech believes in, you know I believe in smacking up heads. I don't believe in beating children, but I'm not nonviolent over here. I keeps a railroad spike, okay? If you come to me in violence, I will answer you in gentleness. But if you don't respond to that, baby, I will more than match your energy. I will more than match your energy. So there is a time and a place for all energies, and even the angry tirade energy. But the theme for this week is gentleness. Stop beating yourself up for things that are out of your control. A lot of you are beating yourself up because you're losing it mentally. Newsflash. Everybody's mental health is fucked up at this point in the game. Do you know that there's people who haven't been properly medicated since this pandemic began? Do you know that there's people who weren't properly medicated before the pandemic began? Do you know that there's people who did not need to be medicated before the pandemic began, and now they do need to be medicated before the pandemic began? Do you know how many people who were properly medicated before the pandemic began and now their symptoms are out of control and they're no longer properly medicated because it don't work no more? Do you know how many people are losing it because of their job situation? Do you know how many people are losing it because grandpa is just gone? Do you know how many people are just done with the world? Do you know how many people who are carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders and they're hanging on by a string? Newsflash, honey bunny. Newsflash, honey bunches of oats. News flash, sugar honey dumplings. Nobody is okay right now. Nobody is okay. So you need to be gentle. You need to be gentle with yourself. Apologize when your mental health or your BS gets in the way of other people's stuff. Apologize, do what you need to do, but be gentle with yourself. Soft. I need you to reprimand yourself like a child this week, the next coming week. Hey, gentle. When you start talking about yourself, gentle. When you start being hard, gentle. Restore and replenish. You need to sit your ass down and rest. And this is actually even deeper than rest, baby. Restore and replenish. Rest, restore, and replenish. Restore. Restoring something is like restocking it. It's like returning it to its original form. Restore and replenish. Replenish is to pour back into yourself. This is deeper than resting. Listen, this next couple weeks, this next couple months, you need to be looking at everybody and everything in your life. Is it adding to me? Is it taking from me? And if it is taking from you, if you need to then ask yourself, is the taking that I'm getting from this situation, is there a benefit that offsets how much this is taking from me? If there is not a benefit, if you are in situations where all they're doing is draining you, and if you are not being replaced and replenished from another source, honey, you need to take a look at that. This is more than just rest. Everything you do feeds you. You feed off of it. You feed off of the music you listen to. You feed off of every encounter with every human. You feed off of every interaction. And you feed off of social media. Does your social media replenish you? I make money off of social media. I'm a public figure, okay? So I'm always on this piece. I'm all over everything in this motherfucker, okay? And let me tell you something. My social media feed, I don't do follow for follow. And I will never do follow for follow because my feed needs to feed me. When I get on my TikTok feed, when I get on my YouTube feed, when I get on my Facebook feed, when I get on my Twitter feed, if I come across a series of tweets, if I come across a series of statuses and you are disparaging against black people, you are disparaging against indigenous people, you are disparaging against fat people, you are all you offer up is negative Nancy energy and Debbie Downer energy, I'm not following you, because the images that I take in, the words that I read, everything that I encounter in life is energy that I feed off of. And either you are taking from me or you are replenishing me in some way, shape, or form. Now, this doesn't mean I don't listen to ratchet things. This doesn't mean I don't watch ratchet TV. This doesn't mean that, like, I'm not like this kumbaya, like, you must be pure and untainted. No, because let me tell you, honestly, like, sometimes hot Cheetos are good for your soul. Are hot Cheetos good for every meal? No, because they're going to mess up your digestive tract. But sometimes, like, some bullshit is good for your soul. It gives you a good memory or whatever. But consuming it on a regular basis is not the business. Make sure that you are doing things that restore you. Make sure that you are participating in things that restore you. That might look like getting readings. That might look like pouring more into your spiritual practice. That might look like massage. That might look like chiropractic work. It might look like drinking more water. It might look like eating better food. But focus on replenishing and restoring yourself, not just resting. Not just resting. What are you feeding yourself? Also, this is why I am very stringent about my energy and who's around me. You're not going to feed off of me. One of the functions that I do in life is to be a energetic soul battery. Literally, like I power things up. A lot of people say like you are like one of the best hype man. I am. That's literally part of like my shit. I am able to pour into people. I am an empath that works both ways. I can give it and I can receive it. You know what I'm saying? I can receive it and take it in. I can also give it. I know how to walk into a room and shift the energy of a room with just my presence, with just my words, with just my energy. I know how to do that. I know how to give. And I know how to receive, okay? But because this is my job, there are a lot of energetic vampires who are attracted to me. There are a lot of energetic vampires who are attracted to me, and I've got to be the one that's stringent about making sure that I protect my neck, that I protect my energy, that I protect my everything, okay? So restore and replenish and also protect yourself. Pour into yourself. Again, this could look like a lot of things. Hanging out with people who pour into you. Making sure your feed is pouring into you. But restore and replenish. A lot of us aren't focused on that. And a lot of us are out here on our last rope and you won't go eat. Like you literally won't go eat. I'm just hanging on by a thread. If you don't stop doing that and go do the things that are going to pour into you, pour into you. Stop doing that. Stop starving yourself. Stop. I can feel the grandmother's coming to me on this one. So literally stop. Stop that shit. Stop that shit. If your soul is thirsting, go quench it. Get away from people who are draining your energy and go find a source of water. Okay? Stop it. Stop. There's a lot of you who are acting like you're immobilized and you have privileges, you have resources, there's things that you can do to help yourself out, so go do them. If you have access to therapy and your ass isn't calling your therapist, stop. If you have access to Mother Nature and your ass is not out hugging a tree, you're not out sitting by the stream, the lake, the river, you're not out there connecting with the flowers. If you know art helps you to move and process through your stuff and you got your supplies and you're not making the art, if you have people around you who want to listen to you and who want to love you and you're not utilizing, leaning into them, go quench your thirst. Go quench your thirst and go help yourself out. All right, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. Let's do some affirmations. Let's do some affirmations. Let's do some more affirmations. This is a quote by Roy T. Bennett. This comes from the book, The Light in the Heart. And the quote says, "Pursue what catches your heart, not what catches your eyes." Repeat after me. Pursue what catches your heart, not what catches your eyes. Pursue what catches your heart, not what catches your eyes. Pursue what catches your heart, not what catches your eyes. Is your soul fulfilled? Some of us can't do jobs that are about our lives, and our passions, but are you pursuing your passions outside of your job? Is your soul fulfilled? Are you pursuing things that make your heart glow? Are you pursuing things just for the money aspect of it? And I know survival is important. Survival is important. But also, life isn't just, we weren't given life to survive it. Pursue the things that are in your heart. One thing about this pandemic should have taught you is a lot of us have dedicated our lives to companies and to jobs that don't care about us. Now, there's one thing to go to work and go to work. There's one thing to dedicate your everything to a job and to an entity that does not care about you. Do what you have to do to survive and live, but make sure that you're also pursuing things that make your heart smile. I'm a death worker. I'm a death doula, which literally means I help people get to the other side. I help them transition into their ancestral space. And the worst deaths are from people who realize in them last moments, I wasted it. I wasted it. I wasted my life. I wasted it. The saddest things is watching people remember things that made them happy and then watch them remember when they gave them up. Oh shit, I might cry. Life is entirely too short. You need to live. You need to live. And I'm not talking about being reckless. I'm not talking about doing dumb shit. You need to live. You need to live. You need to go out there and do these things. You need to try new things. You need to push yourself past your limits. You need to walk past your fear. You need to live. Most people are afraid of death because they ain't living full. Those of us who live with our everythings, we're not that afraid because we're too busy living. Live. Ooh, baby, you better live. You better read them books. You better shoot your shot at everything. Shoot your shot at your crushes. Shoot your shot at your jobs you want. Shoot your shot at your goals, your dreams. Shoot your shot. What's the worst that can happen? They say no. That's literally the worst. Shoot your shot. Go after it all. Go after it all. Go after it all. You have one life. Go after it all. Go after it all. All right, this affirmation says, it's okay to make mistakes. They are opportunities to learn. Repeat after me. It's okay to make mistakes. They are opportunities to learn. It's okay to make mistakes. They are opportunities to learn. It's okay to make mistakes. They are opportunities to learn. It's okay to make mistakes. They are opportunities to learn. It's okay to make mistakes. They are opportunities to learn. That's another thing about living your life. Quit like this. The theme of gentleness is all over this reading. You made a mistake, admit it. It doesn't define you as a fucked up individual. You made a mistake. You fucked up. Everybody does that. Everybody does it. A mistake is an opportunity to learn. A mistake is an opportunity to do what you need to do. A mistake is an opportunity to get better. Get better. Be a better person. Learn. Shout out to everyone who's been giving me the super chats. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all so deeply. Thank you for showing your financial appreciation in this way. For those of you, thank you. Someone just put $11 in my Cash App. I appreciate you so much. The Cash App is LadySpeech. The Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. The PayPal is LadySpeech Sankofa at gmail.com. I want to say a special shout out to Naomi. She always puts that 333. She always puts that 222. There's been times she was like, look, all I got is $1.11, but this comes from my heart because you helped me, you moved through me, and I appreciate those just as much and just as great as I appreciate the $50, the $500, the $20, the $35, the $75, the $100. I appreciate any amount. When I talk to you guys about showing your financial reciprocity, it's not about pandering to you guys. This is me saying that I know my worth. I very much understand from a non-egotistical perspective that I have a contribution and I'm giving it to you with my whole entire heart. I'm giving it to you from the bottom of my spirit to the tops of my soul. And I know that it has value. So when you show your reciprocity, when you show in the comments, when you show your financial appreciation, y'all show me that you value my work, and I appreciate that so deeply. You are all so beautiful. Thank you for your support. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for taking care of each other in the comments. My comment section, even being a public figure, does get rowdy, but it doesn't get as rowdy as a lot of other people's comment section. Y'all take care of each other. Y'all take care of me. You defend me. When I can't, get a racist together, y'all be gathering misogynists. You gather racists together up for me until I can get to it. So I just appreciate all the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. All right. Was that 2 affirmations? Yes, it was 2 affirmations. Let's continue with the reading. Alrighty then, the damsel. We are moving on to the Carolyn Myss deck. The damsel. Understand the light attributes of this card is understanding the nature of healthy romance, inspires you to rely on yourself. The shadow attribute is waiting for the night to provide for you, seduction by romantic illusion. So let me tell you, baby, you are the damsel in distress, and you are the knight in shining armor, okay? And honor. This card reminds us that even in relationships, it is nobody's job to save you. It's not your partner's job to save you. It's not your spouse's job to save you. It's not your child's job to save you. It's not your mama's job to save you. It is your job, okay? Yes, you will be helped and assisted in life, and you should always ask for help and assistance when you need it. Always. You should never be ashamed of that. But you are at the center of this. Who is responsible for their crazy? You are responsible for your crazy. Who is responsible for my crazy? I am responsible for my crazy. Sidebar, I'm going to drop an album, and it's just going to be of these nonsensical songs that I sing. I'm not going to sing about love. I'm going to sing about my outfit. I'm going to sing about being responsible for my crazy. I'm going to drop this goddamn album. I've been making random songs all the time. I'm going to do it. Back to the song. Who is responsible for your crazy? You are responsible for your crazy. Who is responsible for my crazy? I am responsible for my crazy. Stop asking your partners to save your life. Look, now your partners are to love you, support you, be your people, form a unit with you, be together with you, but they are manage your shit. Quit asking your people to save you from shit. Okay? Quit. Stop. Quit. Stop. And some of y'all are getting, and a lot of y'all are getting in relationships, not because you want to be in relationships. It is because, see, Tia Wood said, I'll be your backup. You'll sing backup. Don't encourage me. Don't encourage me. We're going to start a band, y'all. We're about to start a band. We're going to be called the Randoms. LadySpeech and the Randoms. We're just literally going to be doing random shit. One of you can be the cowbell, because we always need more cowbell, motherfuckers. More cowbell. Like, what do you play? What instrument do you play in this band? I play the cowbell. All right, back to the reading. Lord, I'm so distracted. We're forming a band. I'm gonna get back to y'all. So, damsel in distress. Damsel in distress. Okay. Yeah, some of your relationships aren't working because you actually didn't get into the relationship for the relationship. You got into it to be saved or to be handled. You needed a handler. You wanted a handler. You were told that you couldn't make it in life without a handler. And because of this, your relationships ain't working because you act like your relationship person is a caretaker. You act like your relationship person is a handler. And you need to stop that. Stop. You are the damsel in distress and you are the knight in shining armor. Listen, yes, care for each other. Care for each other. But your first line of defense in your life, the first person on your team is you. Okay? The first person on your line of defense is you. It's you. You are the most valuable player on your team. And so you need to make sure you are shooting your shot the best. You are trying your best in regards to who you are. All right. So even in relationships, even in community, we need to be responsible for ourselves. We need to be responsible for our happiness, for our emotions. We need to be responsible for us. Okay. All right. See, y'all encouraging me in these comments. We really are gonna start a band. I just told y'all life's too short. Y'all about to see a lot of random shit from speech. I'm telling you. A big part of this transition. I'm gonna be super honest with y'all. The pandemic killed me. I walked away last year. I remember saying I died 1,000 deaths and I look forward to dying 1,000 more. And that has been the truest shit ever. The pandemic destroyed my life. It destroyed the trajectory of it. I had a whole different plan. And it just took it off of its hinges. Things that I had worked on for years, things that I was ready to debut, things, all of it. But what this has done, I leaned into that destruction because that's what I do. I just surrendered. I put my hands up and I bowed down and I threw myself into the volcano. Fuck it. If the volcano is erupting and it's going to destroy everything around me, I might as well take a running jump and like throw myself in. And that's what I did. And because of that, I'm living my best life. And there is things that are opening up in my world that I just never would have thought. And I am making my dreams come true in different ways. There was no one to save me. Okay? There was nobody. I had help. I'm not going to say I didn't have help. Y'all helped. I had a lot of resources, but like y'all couldn't put it together for me. All any of you could do was support me the best ways you can. And that support relied on me taking it and doing something with it. And I did that. And I shifted my life. You are the damsel in distress. You. It's you. You are the knight in shining armor. It's you. It's you. Okay? Never be afraid to ask for help. You are worthy of help. You are worthy of help. Everything in this planet needs a little assistance. Everything. When it comes to growing, we all need help in some shape, form, or capacity. Every organism, this planet is built so that we are together. But you're responsible for your shit. So be responsible for your shit. The engineer, it's time to figure it out. Ability to give creative energy a practical expression. Talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. This is the light attribute. The shadow attribute is reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. The light attributes, figure it out. This is complementing the damsel card perfectly. Ability to give creative energy a practical expression. Talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. Utilizing your creative, imaginative energy and applying it to a problem and solving it. Let me tell you, communities got left behind in this pandemic. Whole entire communities were left to die. And I watched as communities that were the most marginalized stayed alive because of the people in the community. The people in the community designed solutions and resolutions and got things to happen. I saw people come in, turn their kitchen into catering spaces and feed blocks. I saw people organize donation drop-offs. I saw people with no resources whatsoever pull the resources out of their butt. They MacGyvered it. They pulled it out of the sky. They pulled it out of the earth. They pulled it out of the rocks. They pulled the solutions out of everywhere. They took a paperclip, a rock, an old chewed up piece of gum, some seltzer water, and a battery and created something, okay? The engineer card is about using your imagination, using your creativity when you need to solve a problem in your life, okay? This is about thinking out of the box. This is about, again, no one is coming to save us. We're going to have to DIY all of this. No one's coming to save this country, honey. Y'all keep looking at these government officials like they run ting. Like they run anything. Over here, they don't run nothing. Y'all keep acting like they're going to save you and they're not. 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 We're going to have to figure it out. And when we figure it out, we're going to have to do something about it. So this is in your life. Like, step back. If you're seeing a problem that you are not able to move through, an obstacle, step back. Apply a little bit more imagination, a little bit more creative thinking. Step out of the box. And then reapproach. The shadow attribute is reliance on mechanistic Solutions without regard for emotional consequences. This reminds us of the danger of only thinking intellectually, only thinking in about solving our problems from a mechanical perspective, and not weighing in the emotional aspect of that stuff. So if we design a solution to a problem that fixes the problem, but it ends up hurting the hearts of everybody involved, then you need to pull back from that and reestablish a new resolution, so that's solving the problem but not hurting the hearts of everybody involved. Don't forget that emotional component of things, okay? Okay. Let's check in with the comments before we do some affirmations. Check it in with the comments. Welcome, Pauline. Baby, you are right on time. Whenever you come to this place, you are right on time. So it is okay. You are not late. You are right on time. The J Lady said, I sing soprano, so y'all, we really about to start a band. Moon Pumpkin said, be responsible for accepting help when you ask for it. Yes. That's the other thing too, is when you ask for help, do the responsible thing and accept it. When it comes to you, a lot of us block our blessings, and we end up blocking the help that we are set to receive because of our egos. Stop doing that. Someone said, put your own oxygen mask on before applying the oxygen mask of others. Yes. All right, y'all. I love it. Let's do some affirmations. This affirmation says, dropped it. Here we go. Okay, this affirmation says, it's a quote by Unknown. Live your beliefs and you can turn the world around. Live your beliefs and you can turn the world around. Live your beliefs and you can turn the world around. Live your beliefs and you can turn your world around. Live your beliefs and you can turn your world around. All right, y'all, let's do another affirmation. This affirmation is for all of us to say. Repeat after me. Brown is beautiful. Brown is beautiful, whether you're brown or not. Repeat after me. Brown is beautiful. 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 All right, y'all, let's continue with these affirmations. We have Lady of Beasts. When we take a look at this card, first off, it's all about relationships. And when you take a look at this card, we see the central humanoid figure is pregnant. But we also see that they are surrounded by animals. And when we take a really good look, everybody's pregnant. The horse is pregnant. The bear is pregnant. The mountain lion is pregnant. The gazelle or whatever the hell that is pregnant. The wolf is pregnant. The whatever that is pregnant. Everybody, the dove is pregnant. Everybody's pregnant. Everybody's pregnant. But everybody's a different species. Here's the thing. Be in relationship with like-minded people. And this pandemic has shown a lot of you that you were not in relationship with like-minded people. This pandemic has shown a lot of people that the people that they were in romantic relationship with, their partners, some of their family, some of their coworkers, some of their peers, are actually not the people who share your same values and beliefs. You do not have to be the same as everybody. Everybody in my crew does not believe the same things. We don't come from the same perspective, which enriches every single person in the group. Because we have different perspective, we are all teaching each other. We're all showing each other different angles and ways of looking at things. However, at the core of us, we share some core values. We share something that solidifies our relationships. People in my community, we share the fact that we are all healing. And because of this, we support each other in that. Be in relationships with people who are like mind, not same mind, like mind. Be in community with people who are in like energy, not same energy, like energy. When we take a look at this card, everybody's different species. They move in the world a different way. They have different obstacles. They have different things. But what is the thing that's tying them all together? They're giving life. They're giving life. Be in community with people who are in the same energy and essence of you. I'm not in the same energy. I'm in community with people who are in the same energy and not the same mind state, the same because we grow each other, but also, again, we help keep each other accountable. We help to encourage each other. And that just is going to encourage the group. That's going to help everybody. It's going to help with everybody. Get rid of folks who ain't in your like mind. I have had to let go of a few integral relationships in my life because I discovered that we're not in the same energy. You ain't in the same energy as I am. You're not interested in growing like I am. You're not prioritizing your healing and your wellness like I do. And that doesn't work for me. And although I love you and you don't, even though you're not wishing me any maliciousness, you also don't mean me anything good. And if you don't mean me anything good, then you're not growing me. You're not pouring into me. You're not replenishing me. You're not doing any of that. So I had to step away. Be in relationship with like-minded people, not same-minded people. Be in relationship with like energy people, not same-minded people. So that you can grow and hold each other accountable, but also you can grow and hold each other accountable. Let me check in with the comments. Let's see. Someone said this hurts. Yeah. No, what if there's no one around who has the same energy? All my friends are kind, but I don't relate much more, especially with the healing. You know what? I identify with this. So here's the thing. A couple of years ago, I had to really come to Jesus about what I felt about romantic relationships. And when I finally came to the space of being like, oh, I'm polyamorous, non-monogamous, I can be in monogamous relationships, but my non-monogamy really just has to do with having a main partner and being able to be with my submissives, and my dominant if I choose. But when I finally accepted that I was not ever interested in traditional relationships, when I finally accepted that, there was no one around me, so I thought, that was in the same energy that I was in. And then I just started living my truth. And the more I lived it, the more I put it out there on a subconscious and on a direct and indirect level, on a subconscious and conscious way. I started drawing those people towards me. This world is huge. I know y'all don't think that you have people who would relate to you, but you do. A lot of times we can't find the people who relate to us because we're not living in our full truth, okay? First off, my community started out online. I found a lot of people when it came to my sexuality and my sensuality. I started seeing a lot of Black and Indigenous people. I connected with Black and Indigenous people online. And then I found my community there. Once I found that community, I then continued to be public and out loud and live. And then I started finding my community in person. A big part of finding your community is living authentically and consistently out loud and very bold in your truth. People, what is that saying? If you want them to know that, let them hear it sizzle, honey. If you want people to know you're out here, you got to kind of put it out there. And also start with your spiritual team. Start calling forth with your spiritual team. First and foremost, your first community is always your spiritual team. Your first community is always your spiritual team, and your spiritual team is working for your highest good. They want you to be in community, so they're going to help you get your community, okay? They're going to help you get your community, okay? All right. Let's do this other. Oh, is this the last card? Yes, it is. It's the last card. Last card of the day, Nut Mystery. When Nut Mystery is in a building, this is always a pull and a push to get deeper into our spirituality. Nut speaks to the great mystery, the creator. Get into your spirituality. For some of you, this is literally go pray. Some of you are been slacking on your altar work. Step up your altar work. Go clean your altars, refresh your offerings, refresh the water, dust them off, rearrange some things. Some of you, this means you need to step up your meditation. Some of you, this means you need to step up you just need to step up your spiritual shit, okay? Some of you, this is a call to go get a reading. Some of you, this is the call to, the last reading you had, review those notes and get on your shit. Some of you, this is go buy new magical stuff, okay? Some of you, this is get your ass out and meditate. You have not been meditating, so go meditate. Listen, for us very intensely spiritual beings, baby, I want to remind you that a lot of times our life here gets fucked up because our spiritual life is in disarray. I'll tell you this, there are times when my life is going crazy and I will look at my altar and my spirits will be like, When's the last time you done gave us some water? When's the last time you handled us? This is why your shit's in disarray. As soon as I get my altar together, as soon as I get back to praying regularly, as soon as I get on my spiritual bath, everything's just dissipates, okay? Get on your shit. And for that's all it is. Get on your shit. For you newbies out there, this is a call to figure your shit out. If you're looking at this reading, this means you're magical. So do something about that shit. Start your research. Start your research. Make sure you ain't appropriating. I got a few videos about that. But start your research. Lean into the great mystery. Pray. Some of you aren't utilizing, some of you, the message that Spirit is telling me is you're not focusing on your decolonizing. A lot of you are approaching paganism or the occult or magic like Jesus religions. Listen, you get your heaven and hell now, all right? So what I mean by this is, and you also are giving and receiving. Some of you aren't asking for help. My practice, and a lot of most of the practices that I encounter, it's a give and receiving relationship. When I get off this thing with y'all, I have another public reading to give, but then I have a whole lot of offerings to give. I spend a lot of money giving offerings to my people, and they give right back to me. When I need money, when I need resources, when I need something quick, fast, in a hurry, I ask them directly, hey, y'all, I need you to fix this issue. Hey, y'all, I need you to fix this problem. Hey, y'all, I need you to address this. Hey, y'all, I need you help with this. Because I give so much, I ask for what I need back, okay? So some of you, the message is ask your people for what you need. You pray to them when you're sad, when you're angry, but you're not asking them to help you. So ask them to fucking help you. All right. For some of you, this is just applying more research and more study into your spiritual practice. For some of you, this is it's the need to expand within your spiritual practice. For all of us, we need to lean into the great mystery. We need to lean into our spirituality. We need to lean in. Okay. All right, let's do some affirmations. Let's do some affirmations. Let's do some affirmations. Once again, my Cash App is LadySpeech. My Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. The PayPal is LadySpeechSankofa@gmail.com. So feel free to show your financial appreciation for this labor. Thank you to everyone who's shown their financial appreciation so far. And thank you for all of you who put the super chats. I love you so deeply. It's almost my birthday. It's almost my birthday. It's almost my birthday. If you want to give me a gift, my Amazon wish list is going to be in the comments. Now let's do these affirmations. Repeat after me. I own the power to rebuild myself anew. 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 Repeat after me. My life is carefree. 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 All right, my loves, just in case no one has told you today, you are absolutely valuable. You are needed here on this planet and on this earth. You are a beautiful specimen, a beautiful, beautiful being of light, of love, of joy, and of everything that is right with the world. Thank you so very much for doing what you do. We're doing everything you do. Everything you do, everything you did to survive. Thank you for doing all of that. Thank you for your support. For every single person who donates, for every single person who shows their financial appreciation. If you've shared my work, if you like my work, if you click the notifications, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank y'all for letting the ads play on my videos so I can make a little bit of coin. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for everything you do. So feel free to share this video with anybody you feel like it's appropriate to share it with. And I'll see y'all in the next video, I guess. Also, we're still in the middle of Libra season, so I am super committed to giving you a video every single day during Libra season. I missed it on Saturday because I was living really well. That's all I'm gonna say. I was living my best life. But I hit you with the double header the next day. So I hit you with the double upload. I hit you with the double upload. I hit you with the double upload because I knew I was wrong. So you got your videos. You did. I was like 16 hours late though. Anyway, I appreciate you all. I love you. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for everything. Thank you for everything. Thank you for everything. And I will see all of you wonderful, beautiful, amazing people in the next video. Peace.